welcome to Talking Crass. People, we're back. Beat and I have recently seen Thor, and we're eager to talk about it.
Yes, we are.
But before that, let's go into a little bit of discussion about life, Beat. How's your week been? Have you been up with anything nice?
Just learning the basics of filmmaking, mate.
You know, I'm intrigued, and since this is a film podcast, you now have a platform to be able to tell everyone how to film.
Slightly.
Right. Right. So, picture this, people. The house was evacuated midweek because Beat, leading the production team, brought all his geeks in to create a film.
Well, someone became the producer. And what location? You know what producers have got to do? They've got to find money, resources, get people what they need. You need a camera? You're operating camera? I'll get you a camera, alright? Just turn up. But we went, do we need a difficult location? No, I'm going to make it as easy as possible myself. I'm shooting at my own house, alright? Why wouldn't you?
Of course.
It definitely reflected badly on us. I don't care, it was easy. Alright?
Do you think?
Oh, 100%.
Do you think other people's gone to like bloody beach and shit and
yeah, but the thing
film
is,
like lobsters?
we put in ideas, and I didn't really understand that it had to be kind of a story rather than some visual interesting. So a lot of my stuff is, I love the TV show, Twilight Zone.
I thought you were going to say Walking Dead.
So Twilight Zone, no, I fucking hate that. Twilight Zone, you know, it's not really amazing cinematography.
It's just
you know what I mean?
mini swords of
It's mini swords with a
images of
massive
people wanting-
twist.
yeah, with people-
sci-fi
yeah.
focused, horror focused, and the main part of it is the twist, and that really didn't apply to the thing I'm doing. It needed more of a bit of a storyline,
So he wanted to see a story.
a
the
little
guy in
bit.
charge.
So the idea that got chosen, which wasn't mine, so that instantly went,
Yeah.
well, I can't direct or be DOP because I don't have that feeling. You need to know
Were you
your
not,
idea.
were you not pissed off at being a producer?
Not at all. I've come to realise, I realised this before the fact I started uni, making a film is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And every part is important. There's a role called second AC, which is second assistant camera, and it's doing slates, but honestly, if that one cog falls out the machine, bye film.
No.
Honestly, and I just love it.
If that happens, you end up with Batman vs Superman.
No, you end up with Alien 3.
Alien 3?
Yeah, which David
When
Fincher...
the cow chest burst out?
Yeah, Fincher needs
Excuse
some
me.
sort... Fincher's best work, in my opinion.
Alien 3 is good.
It's a terrible film. Well, it's not terrible, but to follow Aliens, one of my favourite films of all time, very difficult. Secondly, Fincher came in, didn't want to be associated with the project because it was that bad.
Really? So
Cut
just,
his name from it.
really?
But the fact that it's in its actual final state is a miracle, and probably the most impressive feat of cinema ever to be done in the history of time. The fact that got made in any sort of form, there was that many problems. Please go on YouTube, but please go and research.
Is that when Ripley does the basketball shot?
No, that's the fourth
Oh,
one
right.
made by the guy who made the French little weed film. Amelie,
Yeah.
which is a weird mix. That's a
I know,
weird step up.
strange.
So I haven't seen Amelie, so I can't give an opinion on that. You know, but I don't think that goes together. It's like getting Seth Rogen to do the new Alien film, which is going to be serious. Weird.
So,
Where were we at? What was the deal?
you were just telling everyone about what you were doing at university.
Well, I was learning slates today, basically. So that's the role second AC. But you know,
See, people,
It's a little
we've got background here. We're not just two lads rocking up talking about
John,
film.
every-
We've got background. We know
every
everything.
podcast-
We know everything now. We've got someone inside. Got someone on the inside.
John, every podcast you kind of do that. You know when a baboon shows its arse and how red it is, to kind of insecurely.
Excuse me. I'd rather be referred to as a peacock.
It's like a show.
showing his feathers.
It's like a show of strength, which shows how weak you really are.
Okay. Obviously, Beat's doing that. I'm doing English. I've got a passion for writing and reading. So really, what's going to happen is we're the next Wachowski brothers.
The old Nolans. The old Wachowski. Very good. Okay. See, that's a joke. There you go. Very good.
Sorry.
Penis removal joke.
Wachowski sisters.
We love them.
We love them.
My philosophy is, if you can be part of the joke, we are closer together. And
There
if
you
you
go.
can take it on the chin, I think that we distance ourselves if we can't make jokes about certain people or races. That's what the barrier is.
That's fair.
If I can make a joke about it and you laugh at it, and that is a stupid thing about us.
What about the argument we had, by the way, the other day?
Yeah. What's that?
I'd like to say it was discussion, but it got a bit heated.
What?
When you said, like, I was coming up with ideas of something I'm going to write,
Okay.
and you were like, it's been done before.
Right.
But the way you see it is, everything's been done before in life.
We are. So, have you ever heard the saying, history repeats itself?
I don't like to sit here thinking that I can't create something that's original.
Now, there's a difference between creating something original and what I was arguing, which was, I guess I said nothing is ever original.
Because if you make something original that hasn't been done before, it must be just audacious
Give
shit.
me an example of a film which you think's original. Recent or any time, I don't know. Interstellar. See, though, heavily influenced. See, its opinion on what it means to be influenced by 2001, or any other space film ever made.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Although it is an original concept, it takes heavily from other previous works.
You're very much boxing yourself in on that one, though, Pete.
So I was playing the Wolfenstein game. Great game. Go and buy it. Plugged it. But I was looking at one of the creative directors. He's like, it's just fucking killing Nazis. Everybody fucking hates Nazis. And
what, the guy who created...
Yes, it's just fucking Nazis. Which I understand. The whole game is that. And it's a little bit of fun.
Right, yeah.
But I went to myself, if you were in Germany and a citizen, you would have been a Nazi. To say you wouldn't become a Nazi is unbelievable.
It's the old the psychological study. Jordan Peterson does it a lot.
What's that?
Kermit the Frog. If say we were living in a Nazi-ruled state,
yes,
and your friends were living in the same state,
you would back them up as a community.
Would you do that?
Disregarding the actual actions.
Would you do the awful things that Hitler was telling you to do?
You probably
would. You break away?
You would.
You'd conform. 100%
you would. You can't say. I mean, oh my God, we're saying we're Nazis. It's awful.
No, we're not saying we're Nazis.
We're saying
you would conform if you're in that situation.
Right.
But there's a lot of psychological studies done on it. I think it's very interesting.
The benefit is World War II happened, and we can obviously it can never happen again because we know when we'll be controlled. I hope.
If it happens again, there'll be no war. It'll just be two people pressing a big red button.
Big red button. Okay.
Unfortunately, we're in between.
Yeah. Well done.
Cheers. Anyway, Pete, on the lighter note, should we go on to a little bit of Walking Dead discussion?
If we had a live episode, we'd just talk forever.
I know.
Movies, important.
We've probably
stuff.
Lost 100 followers just off this first 9 minutes.
Gained 500 Nazi followers though. The fascist community. The fascist community is strong.
See, you haven't seen our faces yet. You don't know whether we're skinheads or not.
My name is actually B. Wow, how do I turn B?
I'm called John X.
How do I turn B?
How
do I turn B to a Bavarian sounding Beta?
Oh, Beta!
Beta!
What the...
Dankeschön!
What we doing here?
I don't know. Mocking the German nation.
Anyway, Pete. Are you up to date on The Walking Dead?
I mean, I've watched episode 1.
Right, which we spoke about.
We recently just talked about this. Apparently there's been 2 more episodes.
There's been 2 more
episodes. Do they come out every Monday?
I watched the second one.
I haven't seen a fucking thing past number 1 because I couldn't give a shit.
Spoilers, but I'll...
Spoil them for us now. I don't care at all. Catch me up.
I keep getting mixed up. So...
Spoilers for which episodes?
This episode is...
Spoilers for which one?
The second one. I haven't seen the third one.
Okay.
This episode is based around Thor, the film. So, we're going to follow the usual routine of doing a little bit chat, like we've just done.
Yeah, okay.
Walking Dead discussion.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have an honourable mention for Mindhunter, which I've been watching on Netflix. And then we're going to go into, not necessarily top 5, then true or false trivia. Little discussion about the film beat.
Yeah, very.
Obviously, any film we're going to see in the cinema,
it's hard.
We don't make real points. We just have some discussion points.
Okay.
And then we'll just finish off with some fan questions.
Tasty.
So back into a Walking Dead beat.
Yes.
Do you want us to run my points? I've got right. I've got 4 points.
Quickly for the spoilers, we'll put in obviously tags.
They're not major spoilers.
Not major spoilers, but you can skip the entire little segment, watch the episode, and come back to it.
Beat. I've got 4 points here. Worst shooting I've ever seen.
In episode 2.
Firing of a gun.
In episode 2.
So they have a bit of an... It's all out war now, isn't it?
I think that's the comic book run it's following.
Right, so that's what they're doing.
Which I can't remember.
I've never seen worse firing of a gun
like
in my life.
Fake firing.
No, just there was at least 5 minutes of firing and no one died. They're doing the whole...
Isn't it Egan here?
He's...
No, I don't. Duck, raise up, fire at enemy, duck back, return fire,
a few
duck
close-ups
back.
of people looking in distress.
Yeah.
All the main characters.
Rick takes a photograph for his fucking photo 5000.
I didn't even know where Rick's at.
Rick's not there. My favourite... Has it got my favourite character, the lass who was pregnant?
This production value is just fucked.
Dreadful.
It's fucked.
Like, no storyline at all. Just people firing at each other.
You know when there's like a running joke about how in film you've got the guns that never run out of ammo?
Yes.
That's in there.
Is it?
Do you know when you've got like the stormtroopers who you don't need to hit them to go down?
Aye.
That's in there.
Yep.
It's absolutely horrendous.
Schlock.
Horrendous.
Right. Glad I didn't watch it
I've
then.
got no need to reload as my next point.
No need to reload.
And then there's a bit where they don't shoot a guy, right?
Yeah.
They're clearing out like Negan's facility type thing. And the guy's like...
Oh, it's like a surrender.
Don't shoot, I've pissed myself. Don't shoot. And she's
Rick
like,
fucks
shoot
him up.
him. You know the one that would never survive?
Carol.
No, the one that would never survive.
The absolute opposite of that.
Who's like a main character now. The jokey one. The big lass.
The one who was in the swamp.
Did she met all the lasses. She went to all the lasses.
She's not that big. Is she big?
Biggish. She wears big t-shirts.
Okay. So do we, so...
I know. She would never survive, and she's lasted this long.
Yeah.
But to be fair to her...
she's boring as fuck.
She's
the most boring character
She's
ever.
like, kill this guy. And then
she is?
And then Jesus is like, don't kill him.
Oh, fuck
well, what do you think happens?
He
like,
fucking turns on them.
Of course he does.
He gets away.
And he's
he
like,
kidnaps Jesus.
To be fair, I enjoyed the point where he goes, do you know how hard it is to piss yourself? It's like your dick feels the claws and it just doesn't want to go. And
That's a great point.
Pretty good point.
I like that.
I've never tried to piss myself, but that would probably be a good point. And then my last point is, this is shit. Simple as.
I mean, they sound like points I made last episode, like on the last one.
I'm not feeling it, Pete.
Boring as fuck.
I'm not feeling it, like. I'm very, very close to chucking it.
How long ago did I say I hated The Walking Dead or not?
The farm season.
No, I like the bit where he got with that lass and chopped her hand off. Remember that with Rick?
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
From there, it was like topper, and then it went all the shit.
The prison.
No, the one before this season. Before Negan came into it. I was in. But when Negan came in, Jeffrey Dean Morgan really didn't rustle me hair.
I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan. You don't like him. I
don't know if it's
he's the only thing that's making me watch the show.
I don't know if it's because the show
episode.
is so bad. I've kind of associated with his.
Tell you what else I like. The guy who's the king. I think
Ezekiel.
He plays a good part in this episode. He's very funny.
2 guns and on a stallion.
He's hammed up and it's amazing.
But it's intentional.
He's playing an actor. That's what he is.
So the thing is, though, with him, the only little point is, he's literally dressed as a 60-year-old man, but he's like 28. That's the only thing I have with his character. I like him, but he looks weird as fuck.
That's fair. And that pretty much wraps up the Walking Dead discussion, Pete.
Right.
We'll go on. I just want to honourably mention Mindhunter that I've been watching. You need to watch it, but again, you'll say you're going to watch it, and you won't watch it and not be able to talk about it on the podcast.
I was going to watch something and I go, I could watch something else. I'd do something else more important.
Exactly. Have you watched Stranger Things yet?
No.
I want to talk about that, but we can't talk about it.
I'm watching Mindhunter before I watch Stranger Things.
I thought you liked Stranger Things.
I like it,
Alright.
I like it. I like it.
Anyway, if I'm telling you people, get on Netflix, have a little go at Mindhunter, and let us know what you think, because it's very much one of them shows where it's like Marmite. I think you'll either love it or you'll hate it.
So John's...
Listen to the clinks of this beautiful vodka and orange down while
John's
this
putting
podcast
out their shouts of watching David Fincher made TV shows.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Since we've gone over the Walking Dead Mindhunter, why don't we go into our not necessarily top 5?
Okay, full spoilers from this point on.
Full spoilers!
We also have to star it out.
We will star it out.
Because I think that's spoilery. It's something not in the trailers.
Okay.
So even if you hadn't watched it,
this definitely doesn't happen in Thor, but we're going to be doing not necessarily top 5 times someone's had the eye ripped out in film.
Definitely doesn't happen in the film.
It definitely doesn't happen. Do you want to take us away with one, beat?
I'll hit you with the first one. Give me 2 secs. Fill the space, John. I need to get my phone up.
Do you want me to hit you one?
Hit me with one, John.
The worst Spartan out of 300 ever.
Oh my god.
Do you know what I mean?
David Wenham.
Why did he ever get that role?
He's such a big
Do you know
man.
what I mean, people?
So, David Wenham, for me, as a character, can't be seen past the monk he played in Van Helsing. That is him. Bumbling little idiot. Oh, I'm sorry, Hugh Jackman. It's a werewolf. Like, you know what I mean?
I know.
How he played Boromir or Faramir,
I'm
whoever
sure
that was.
CGI'd fucking six-pack on him
Faramir?
as well. And the CGI'd the six-pack on everyone though, really, did
They
they?
did, I.
They got,
Well,
a load of extras who were tanks. And
apart
they're
from that Scottish fucker, what's he called?
well, the guy who gets really fat and then loses a lot of weight.
No, the lead in Geostorm. What's it called, man?
He plays all the women's, like, romance
Tonight
films.
we dine in hell.
He plays all the romance films as well. The Scottish
Gerard
guy,
Butler.
Gerard Butler.
They didn't paint him
He
onto
gets-
him, I can tell you
he
that's
gets
a fucking
massive.
fact.
He gets massive, by the way. and
He's
then
jacked, my boy.
Have you got your points up your beat?
All I'm saying is David Wenham, how he plays these action role heroes where he's a little bumbly man. And not to say people can't play certain roles.
Yeah.
I don't like typecasting, but he's just a bumbling little man to me, alright? Even though he probably
just like,
destroys. 'Cause he's got
Andrew Garfield, a
not being a 40-year-old Spider-Man.
35-year-old, the coolest guy you'll ever meet is Spider-Man.
That's probably it.
Okay.
A miscasting.
Right, okay.
Next one. Jeepers Creepers.
Alright, I like this.
So it's not really an eye rip,
Okay.
but you know the guy out of Die Hard 4.0? The nerdy guy.
Which one is
in,
his son?
It's not his son, he's a little hacker man.
Right.
He's also in Tusk.
Oh,
It's the guy
God,
that happens to...
I know what you mean.
Another David Wenham, really.
Rip off Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Rip off Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He is in Jeepers Creepers.
Right.
The lead role goes to the girl, I think. So it's just a nightmare vision. You know the nightmare jump scares where a person wakes
Oh,
up in the
God.
buzz seat.
Aye.
He looks to the right. You know, Alan in Jurassic Park 3.
Oh, God.
Pulls one of them and he looks at Rip off Joseph Gordon-Levitt and he's got no eyes.
Just
He's
no
like, and I jump out my skin when I seen it at the age of fucking 8.
Okay.
There you go.
Right, beat. My next one. Neo. Matrix Revolutions.
Oh, of course.
It's both eyes, though.
It's not really an eye rip.
I know.
But it's
What
an
happens-
electrical surge
he
to
takes
the
an
head.
electrical...
Like pure
How'd that
open.
not kill him?
Because he's the one.
Not outside the Matrix, he's not, though.
Oh, that's a good point.
He's just a normal guy.
Well, he began to believe.
Right, okay. This is Matrix 3 when things were getting real fucking shady.
Bingo.
Okay.
Next one for me. The Neversoft logo from the Tony Hawk's game series. So when I just
How
hear...
did you get that into
When I
this?
hear I rip, right, I used to play these as a kid.
Right, okay.
And something just hurt us when I
It
saw...
was Activision.
Activision. Something hurt us when the spike went through the eye in the O of the Neversoft logo.
Aye.
And then the what's the optical nerve wraps around it, and something just disturbed us about that massively.
Do you think anyone's lost an eye skateboarding before?
Yes, 100%.
Do you reckon?
Pop one out. You can pop your eye out. You get enough pressure in there.
What, really?
I mean, you have to look right and left. That means it's free moving, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Can we class Raiders as losing an eye bit when his head explodes? Doesn't his eyes melt first?
No, I mean, I was going to put in Total Recall. Dammit Corrigan getting people to air.
Why did that? Yes,
We do
that's
it
a
every
great-
episode,
That's
though.
a great shout.
And also, the
he
eyes...
doesn't go blind, it goes back in.
goes back in. But they are out good 5 inches from his
Okay.
head. All right?
Yeah.
Next one, Demolition Man.
But, which one, what happened there again?
Wesley Snipes rips that guy's out with a screwdriver.
Oh, shit,
I
yes.
think that's a really good one.
Regularly happens when people need an eye
To scan.
to scan eye. Eye.
Yep.
Eye.
Aye. Very good.
With our Mackem dialect, I say quite a
So
bit.
that's
in this podcast.
AYE to everybody who doesn't know.
When you were talking about games, I've got one. Big Boss.
I'll give you that, aye.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Unbelievable. Spoilers for that, but it's been out 15 fucking year.
How does he loses his eye by like a bullet grazing it, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
totally impossible. Vulcan?
Gives you best Big Boss dying.
I think on the I'm going to listen to that back
Snake?
when I'm editing. I think that's going to be really
It's
good.
Snake. 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 Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I've also still got the codec as my ringtone.
Unbelievable.
I've had it for like 5 years. Anyway, Beat. I still can't believe you haven't mentioned it.
I know exactly
I've
what
got
you're gonna
one 100% that I know you've got, and
Yeah.
I'll let you say it.
Minority Report. No. when Tom Cruise gets his little blue eyeballs made brown, which makes him look really weird.
Aye,
doesn't
it?
One little change to a human being, colour of their eyes, just makes him look weird as fuck.
Jesus.
Well done, Spielberg.
Why did he get that done again?
Because in that universe,
True sight.
Obviously it's a metaphor. You get it.
Got you.
But I think that they've got eye recognition software, so you can
Right.
get into a certain place.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I've got one for
I was
you.
obviously joking.
Riddick.
Yeah, not bad. That doesn't make sense, but okay.
He gets his eyes gone silver.
Eyes gone silver, mate. You're right. Well done. Obviously I was joking there. Pie May / Beatrix Kiddo snatches the eyes of Ellie Driver out of a goddamn skull.
That's the one I've got. I knew you'd have it down. Because it's your favourite film of all time.
Basically, bitch,
Aye.
you have no future. And it snatches out. Ah.
Can you do your best Pie May impression or not?
See, this is my favourite line in the film,
But it's not Pie May.
but it's not in English.
Right. That's not even Pie May.
I despise the goddamn Japs.
Sorry when he says that.
Ridiculous.
I thought you were going to go, I'm bald and a star.
No, that's not even in English either.
I know.
I just like seeing it phonetically how they do
That's
in an
fair.
English language.
That wraps up Mind Beat, to be fair.
Aye, Elish?
Another great segment.
Brilliant.
Hit us up if you have got any times someone's eyes come out in a film. Eye or eyes, it's up to you. Let us know any we've missed.
Well done.
Moving on, Beat. Let's hit a little bit of true or false trivia. In this segment, as always, I've got trivia from a reputable
shooting out your bot.
film website. Bit better than the Halloween trivia last week that I got from a child's costume website. Anyway, true or false? You've got a guess, Beat. And there's a couple of red herrings in there.
Let's go.
I'm going to hit you straight into it. 80% of the dialogue in the film was improvised in order to create a very loose and collaborative mood amongst the cast. True or
False.
false?
False.
That's true.
Oh, fuck off.
85%. Sorry.
85%?
80, sorry.
Whoa, which did you say originally? 80% or 85?
80% originally if you listen to it back.
85?
No, it was 80%.
Fuck, I was hoping to kind of
So 80%
void
of
the
the dialogue
question.
was all ad-libbed.
Well fucking done.
I could fucking tell it was. I'm sure.
I don't know.
Any comment on that?
I'm
Beat?
not joking. I could tell it was.
Could you?
Yes. Now my John.
Since Thor's hammer has been destroyed, it is said that he will wield the mallet Slam Funk.
The mallet?
The mallet.
A mallet?
Aye, Slam Funk.
Slam funk false.
In the future films, Slam Funk is kept by the collector.
That sounds stupid as fuck. I know it's not true though. False.
That is false.
Well done.
Aye, so I kind of made up Slam Funk, Beat.
I know the comic book lore, so
A mallet.
that's not fair.
Would you not like to see?
It's got a different name.
Would you like to see Thor wield a mallet called Slam Funk?
I would definitely, but Slam Funk's the best you could come up with. You have that Norse
I was watching Mindhunter at the time while I was making trivia.
Mindhunter Slam Funk. I get it.
No, I just was put off.
I don't get it.
In reality, it's going to be a sledgehammer, apparently.
I think it's called. Well, you've seen concept art.
He's getting a sledgehammer, apparently.
Yeah, it's like a
It's called something as well.
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker.
Aye, something like that.
Yeah.
I like his swords in this.
Aye.
We'll get on to it.
So, is that it done
No,
with the hammer?
I mean, sorry to spoil Thor not getting his hammer back, but
He's not getting it back.
no, he's getting it back. He's got to.
Do you reckon?
It's Thor.
Why not? But
It's Mjolnir.
they've got to have some representation of like the comics and films moving on, though. You know what I mean?
You know,
We've had a load of films where he's had the hammer.
It's a good setup. You know, that kind of fall before the third act. You can tell by the end of the story he's going to get it back. You know what I mean?
Sure.
This is just
He doesn't get it back.
He definitely does. Like
He doesn't get it back.
It's in the comics now.
He did not in the film. He doesn't.
Thor doesn't have it, by the way.
Anyway,
Do you want to know who does?
who?
Natalie Portman's character.
Yeah.
She's Thor at the moment.
What?
She's Thor.
How?
She has the hammer. She is worthy. Whoever has the hammer is Thor, which is ironic. In the film we just watched,
Do you reckon they'll retcon it? Just give the hammer back.
they are definitely going to, because
He's getting a
apparently
sledgehammer called Dragomir or whatever it's called.
Dragomir. I like it. I want to call it David Wennemir.
I'm sure we'll talk about it in film discussion.
Oh, there's a werewolf over there.
Next one, Beat. The Grandmaster's Tower features statues of his champions,
True.
who were notable figures from Marvel Comics.
Yes. Swamp Thing.
The Greek god Ares. The alien being Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill, unreal.
The supernatural entity Man Thing.
Oh, it's Man Thing in it. Sorry,
Android monster The Bi Beast.
I haven't heard that.
And that's it.
Yeah, true.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's 100% true. I saw it in the film.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why did you not nudge us and tell me? Because I don't have a clue.
Because I saw Beta Ray Bill's head, which is a horseman
Really?
who became Thor. Or got his own Thor. He got his
There was
own
a horse-
Mjolnir.
There's a horseman.
As a horseman, everybody loves him. In the comic book, crowd love Beta Ray Bill.
Really?
Aye. In his face, I saw it and I was like, oh, there's Beta Ray Bill. That's where we're going.
Just as a statue.
And he has his own separate hammer,
Right.
which is got another mint name called like Thunder Striker or something like that.
Really?
You know what I mean? They've all got stupid
See,
fucking names.
why didn't I think of that? Thunder Striker rather than Slam
There you
Funk?
go. Slam Funk. Every time he drops one, a Jackson 5 single comes on.
Next one, mate. This marks the first time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that Lou Ferrigno will not voice the Hulk. Mark Ruffalo will voice the Hulk instead. Ferrigno voiced the Hulk in The Incredible Hulk 2008, Avengers Assemble 2012, Avengers Age of Ultron 2015.
False for everything.
True.
What?
The Hulk was Lou Ferrigno. Every time it was green,
No
it was Lou
way.
Ferrigno voicing it. Aye.
That makes us unbelievably happy.
Aye, I know.
I never knew that.
Yeah, that's a little bit of trivia for you, baby.
So the grunts.
Aye, yeah. Or even when he speaks a little bit. Smash.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Unreal.
Hey, Louis, you need to lift a few more weights. Have you not seen Pumping Iron?
I haven't seen
It's
Pumping Iron.
greatest.
Is
It's
that
the
Lou
greatest
Ferrigno
documentary
he's
going.
talking to?
Aye.
Oh my
It's Arnold
God.
Schwarzenegger, and he calls him Little Louis.
Little
He's a fucking
Louis.
absolute beast.
Wow. What an
Louis.
alpha.
Louis, can you come and help me with this? He's like probably talks down to him and that.
What an alpha male who may be kind of a dickhead.
Probably aye. Pete, next bit of trivia. Steven Seagal was considered for the role of Grandmaster.
You know, Taika Waititi, I'm going to say true.
That's false. Why would
What?
I've got. Yes, I've finally got your Steven Seagal troubles
What?
trivia.
Do you put one in every week?
Is it bad that I kept it in? Should we have removed this because of what's going on in Twitter?
What's going on with Steven Seagal?
Alright, apparently, a girl who I can't remember the name of went in to like audition for a role,
Yes.
and he zipped his pants down.
Oh my God, man.
So, beat yeah.
Steven
So-
Seagal's
so-
a rapist.
Well, this girl went in, said, "Look, did a little acting piece," and then he just zipped down his leather pants.
Now, usually, okay. Usually I like to go, yeah, he probably is a rapist. I'll stand back though because there's no concrete evidence.
I
don't
think
I'm definitely going to say he was a rapist because he looked a bit
but
weird.
You're bound around the name rapist.
Well, not a rapist, but a
because he didn't
sexual
touch
offender.
her. He just zipped his pants down.
All right.
So he's not a rapist,
Indecent
but-
exposure.
Yeah, he's real wrong, but you can't call him a rapist.
Okay.
I don't think he's raped anyone.
I'll give him that.
It might come out that he has.
Can I call him Stephen Seagal?
What do you make about Kevin Spacey?
Me and my mates at film were talking about this. Yeah, he might be a paedophile. Okay.
Right.
The question I put forward.
Paedophile. He's not a paedophile. He's
Yeah,
gay.
it was a 14-year-old boy,
Oh shit! Yeah, was
so it was paedophilia. Is it okay to enjoy his films? I said yes.
I think he's a great actor. Why would you look at the films any differently? Because he's acting.
Can you separate the fact he's done them things and look at his acting?
I know what your
performance?
mates are saying.
Everybody agreed.
That you can't.
No. They said it was fine. They said it you could watch them after the fact of it coming out. Anything he made, because it shouldn't come together.
American Beauty doesn't have the same ring to it now.
I think it's made better or more interesting.
I think
It's unbelievable.
The
Like, it's
problem is,
crazy.
You've got to understand.
Sorry, it's not made
If
better.
your
What am I
idol,
talking about?
if you found out your idol was like a sexual predator,
Yes.
then surely you wouldn't be idol anymore.
Oh, definitely. But it's
So is that not the same as you can't enjoy a film that
I'm not saying it.
you know he's done them.
It's from an acting standpoint. Can you separate them two and go, wow, he's really put a good performance in, even though he's murdered people? You know what I mean?
He's murdered people.
Well, he hasn't murdered people. I'll use that as an example. He might well have. He'll come out and
he
say
might
it.
have raped
So I'm
people.
like I'm coming out as straight now, but I also killed 5 people. But yeah, I'm learning from your mistakes, you know.
Pete, why are you not letting us tell the missionary Kevin Spacey?
Go for the missionary
No,
Kevin
come-
Spacey.
I don't know.
Can I say, wait, Houston, we have a problem, because that's like Mission Control.
This may or not
With space in as well. There's a great,
there's a great
joke in there, but I haven't done it.
This may or may not be true, but one of my friends was telling us that he went to a lavish house party when he was in Australia, and
This was like a year ago.
he told us this a year ago, and
The first thing I did when this thing came out, I texted you and said,
We
wow,
laughed-
that thing
we
is
laughed it
real.
off. Apparently, he walked in
Yeah.
to Kevin Spacey
Uh-huh.
doing a famous Australian cricketer in the missionary position in the room,
I mean, that's just crazy.
and then we laughed it off, and then it comes out he's gay, and then this shit comes out.
Nuts.
So maybe it was true.
Why would you openly have sex with someone just in one room opposite the party area?
That's
It must have been like...
you know why, B?
Is it all like Eyes Wide Shut? Is that the top 1%?
Kevin Spacey.
Is that what the top 1% actually do?
Look, right, I'm gonna throw one in, B.
Mm.
You've got millions of pounds. You've got everything your wildest dreams. How'd you get your kicks?
That's a great point. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You need to find ways to get your kicks.
Or maybe just not be a psychopath, alright? It's too hard.
Next one, B.
Yes, David Wenham.
Taika Waititi appears in this film as the alien being Korg.
True.
Waititi is the second Marvel film director to have a major role in his own film. Name the other one, babe.
Happy.
Yep, Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau.
So that's true, mate. You got that right.
Excellent.
So Taika, you were right. You said we were talking about it and you're like, I'm sure that's Taika Waititi
Yeah.
playing that guy.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, no, it's the guy out of District 9.
What, Charlotte
I thought it
Copley?
was Charlotte Copley, but then I was wrong.
It wasn't him. He was playing Korg. Hey, mate, that's a nice sword.
For me, the best bit of the
That's
film as
terrible.
well. I loved him, mate.
You like Korg?
I thought it was
We'll
great.
talk about it later.
Last bit, beat, and then we'll go into some film discussion.
Okay.
This is the first film that Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum have appeared in together since Jurassic Park.
True. Sam Neill plays Odin.
True.
Yes.
How good's that?
Incredible.
And that brings an end to True or False Trivia.
We can skip past that one.
A rather rough ride. A rather rushed True or False Trivia, babe.
Get one up. Yeah.
So, Beat, it's your time to shine. Because I couldn't be asked to ask you to make some general discussion points that we'll run through.
Okay. First point.
Let's go.
Although Kate Blanchett is absolutely smoking, I felt disappointed yet again with her as a villain.
Really?
Very common in all Marvel movies is the lack of an interesting / developed / meaningful bad guy. Due to this feeling... What?
What the hell have you written here, mate?
So
I know what you're getting at.
Okay,
If it was a man, you would have enjoyed the villain.
That's it. That's it. Alright? Can we not just have our straight males, alright? White, brown hair. People I can connect with.
6'2", 6'pack.
6'2", slight amount of body fat on the belly that doesn't go anywhere else on the body other than the belly and the boobs.
German accent.
German accent. Nice.
Right, okay, so you didn't rate her. Didn't like her.
No,
I
I
enjoyed
liked her performance.
I liked the sidekick, the dog, that they put all of the film budget in.
The wolf.
The dog. Not enough.
The were-dogs.
They sacrificed the Hulk CGI so they made a dog look
Right,
better.
so I'm not getting on a Blanchett, alright?
Mm-hmm.
A Blanchet.
That's gone down mighty fine, mate.
It's the villains are not written well. They just turn up
Nothing.
one thing and one-dimensional as possible. Name me some sort of weakness shit, like some
how-
sort of interesting character.
Why has this not come
trait.
out? The Thor's got a sister.
I mean,
How is it
so
being
what
this
they did is the kind of melded three characters out of the books.
Apparently that's meant to be Loki's daughter. In the
Well,
comics.
there's three different kind of there's a
Yeah.
brother and a sister and then Loki's daughter, I think.
That's meant to be Loki's daughter.
Is it? I mean, yeah, whatever.
What's Loki like in the comics?
A proper buffoon now.
Really?
No, he just looks like he's got them stupid golden horns on his head
All the time.
all the time, which
Right.
I just can't deal with, so I don't even read up on him.
I know, that's fair.
I don't think he was as important as he is.
Right?
Because Thor isn't really that... I'm not going to gamble.
No, don't go there.
So, because of this, the feeling of the hammer being destroyed is cheapened because it's just a person we've just met.
Mm.
You know what I mean? This is Mjolnir. And this person just comes up First 5 minutes of the film,
With
bye
an
hammer.
awful CGI sea background.
You know what I mean? Do you get us, John?
Could they not have grabbed the rest of the hammer that was in bits and just melted it back?
No,
together?
I doubt that.
No, right.
No, because it kind of got white
Just-
obliterated, didn't it?
Do you think you would have kept it just in case?
Just in a little bag of pieces.
Aye.
I'd
just
keep
like-
a little bag of it around for. I'd keep the handle.
Like in a knapsack.
I'd keep the handle.
Right.
You know, like a Magnum when you eat the chocolate bit and the ice
Right,
cream,
yeah.
and you've got the stick left.
Right, yeah.
I'd just keep that, whereas in my
Okay.
back pocket,
Okay.
and then probably coolly forge a sword out of it. You know what I mean?
Ah, could be a good idea.
Next point.
Moving on.
Don't know what the budget of this movie was, but some of the CGI just looked cheap. Thor's missing eye effect was trash. The Hulk seems to have taken a huge decrease in quality since the Avengers
You think?
made 5 years ago.
That's due. They put more money in the Avenger films.
Of course, I understand
That's why.
budget, definitely.
Definitely, aye.
But I just think if you could remove certain scenes, maybe you made the scale a little smaller.
Do you know what really annoyed me, Beat?
Yeah.
Why they had to do that, the cliff scene? When Odin had gone to Denmark or wherever it was,
Uh-huh.
and that to go and find him.
Norway or some
Norway,
part of
whatever.
Scandinavia.
And they're like, instead of going and getting a real scene shot on a lovely, picturesque, so you could have gone like somewhere close to out. We live by the coast,
Yeah.
and just shoot on a cliff.
Cool.
Be beautiful.
Cliffs of Dover, mate.
Why did they need to CGI the sea in?
Something's gone up there. I think Anthony Hopkins is like, I'm old, I can't be bothered to fucking take a helicopter at the edge of Norway.
Really?
And just
He's
Green is...
never going to play Odin again, apparently.
Green
And
is in.
Taika
Is he
Waititi-
dead?
Odin.
Aye.
Yes.
What? That was rushed, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Like, oh, he's just dying now.
Were you
Like,
bothered?
to be fair, I haven't seen 4 2.
Have you not?
Have you seen the second 4?
No.
Neither have I. By the way, I can't pronounce 4 because I'm short-tongued.
Right,
so I say
okay.
the
Thor.
number 4.
Right. Okay.
Alright, so guess what I'm saying? 4, John.
So do you think they put all the money in?
What am I saying? 4 or 4?
You're saying the person Thor.
Well done.
But do you think they put all the money into that wolf? I want to say dog. I think they put all of the money into that wolf.
I think they put a lot of money into fucking everything. Like, there's not a practical location other than the part when he goes to visit Doctor Strange, which felt like it was out of a completely different movie.
On a different note, Bede, I need to discuss this with you.
Yes.
Do you know Blue Planet 2 that everyone's buzzing over?
Blue Planet 2. What does that mean?
David Attenborough.
Oh, Blue Planet.
Blue Planet.
All right.
It's ridiculously CGI'd now.
Is it?
They CGI fish in underwater to make it look better.
They used to do that where he got the pterodactyls in, man, didn't he?
Right, that's a dinosaur though.
Oh, you're telling me they got so they've stopped
I want you-
cameramen going into the sea, getting incredible photos.
I want you to have a look at it. Everyone's buzzing over it. David Attenborough narrating in the background.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably some fans of Blue Planet who listen to this.
Yes.
The CGI fishing coming in the front of the screen, stuff like that.
You fucking joke.
Dad
It's the
did-
worst
I
part.
was watching it with Dad like the other day.
Did he die? He hated it.
No, he loved it.
He
said,
loved it?
He said it's not CGI.
I mean, he doesn't understand what CGI is. He's that old, right? He literally is fooled by CGI.
Mate, and I'm going to play you a clip. On a separate
And
time.
then do they actually talk about it like it's a real...
Like it's really happened.
What happened?
They had a coconut shell on the bottom of the sea.
The seabed.
Yes.
Right.
And there was clownfish come in.
Yeah. Real clownfish.
Semi shots of a real
So
clownfish.
they took stock footage of clownfish, and
clownfish.
intersected it
And
with
then-
CGI shit.
And then they had a CGI clownfish coming in, battering this coconut shell over what they need to do.
No.
The
I
integrity,
can't deal with that.
the,
Like that,
integ-
that
the integrity,
shit,
of,
I've
the,
not the mic
integrity
over
of the
it.
show is gone for me.
I can't handle that.
Anyway,
What a load of shit.
CGI, moving on.
Where the hell were we at?
I don't know, we went on Blue Planet 2 for some
Blue
reason.
Planet. How do we get to Blue Planet? CGI.
We were just talking about CGI.
Basically, it's
We'll-
talking. What
and
I'm.
the budget of the film you were
So
asking.
what, a problem I have is I'm okay with the budget. I understand you have restraints. Can we have a consistent design for Hulk? Because if you match them two up, you look at Avengers, and if you look at Age of Ultron,
Yeah.
completely different. I think Avengers nailed them, but it was too much money. They just keep on changing the design.
You've got to think, Beat, as well.
Yeah.
How often did you see the Hulk as the Hulk in Avengers? Compared to in this film?
Not much at all, but he looked fucking incredible.
That's because they had the budget to be able to do a 2-minute scene instead of half the film.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean?
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Next point. Love Marvel's decision to get Taika Waititi.
Mhm.
Enjoy his previous works and style. but not sure in my personal taste that they mesh well together. Bonus points will make me interested in a Thor solo movie, but still not a show stealer. Dragged down by the constant anticlimactic break of tension through comedic reveal.
I think that's very philosophical of you right there.
I don't know if it is.
What are the films did you do?
What We Do in the Shadows?
What with Johnny Depp in?
No, that's Dark
I
Shadows.
was gonna say, that's fucking horrendous.
Oh, In the Shadows?
In the Shadows, that's what it's called.
No, What We Do in the Shadows
Is that the vampires?
Vampires, but it's like
Jokey.
mockumentary
Right, okay.
of them living, and they're really like not good vampires.
Is it funny?
Really
I
funny.
need to watch it.
Really funny. There's also Hunt for the Wilder People, which I haven't seen
It's
yet.
meant to be really good.
Which is meant to be incredible. It's got Sam Neill in. Anything with Sam Neill in apart from Event Horizon is pretty top notch.
Right, fair enough. So, B, you mentioned that like you weren't enthralled by how it went. This film. Do you know it's got a lot of like 10 out of 10 reviews on IMDb?
It's bound to.
Like
It's
people think it's the
fun.
greatest film ever. It's like what the fuck?
It's definitely not.
It's a fucking Marvel fun film. How
It's
can it be a 10 out of 10?
Iron Man's a 10 out of 10.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I wouldn't give Iron Man a 10 out of 10.
Iron Man's my favourite
I
Marvel
think,
film.
I think that a Marvel film can't get more than 8 out of 10.
Oh, right. I was talking in regards of Marvel films. That's
Or
the
in
10
regards
out.
of Marvel films, then yeah, I'd probably say Iron Man's the best one.
I'd say Iron
What's
Man.
my favourite Marvel film?
Guardians of the Galaxy as well.
The first Guardians of the Galaxy
Second
was
Captain
good.
America. First Avengers.
Avengers?
It's incredible. Like that many characters in one film is impossible
First
to do.
Avengers is really good.
How Whedon did that, I do not know.
What about Iron Man 3? When he's got PTSD.
Absolutely terrible.
Awful.
Guy Pearce, shame on you.
Anyway. Right, Pete, next point.
So we're skipping over that.
Yeah.
Love Goldblum,
Yeah.
but it's just Goldblum.
It,
Don't know if I have matured, but he feels less like an actual character and more like he's just turned up on set with funny clothing.
meme.
Or the Harrison Ford effect, as I like to call it.
Harrison Ford
Harrison
effect
Ford
like
now
that.
just turns up to set
Yeah.
in clothing, and he's like, "Give me my fucking money."
But he was
so I can
wearing
buy
space
more
clothes.
weed." He was wearing space clothes, but Goldblum just turns up. He's like, "Paint me lip blue a bit, and I'll just do the rest, all right? Because
Aye,
I'm
that's fair, that's
Goldblum, and this is a
He
big
was-
pile of shit." Now, I'm gonna-
I've seen him going through the motions recently, and I thought he was very good in this.
I really enjoy him. I love him. But it's just Jeff
I
Goldblum.
thought when the bit where he melted that guy was funny as
Really funny. That's white Watiti all over it, mate.
fuck. But other than that, Waititi, is it Waititi?
Watiti.
Watiti.
Taika Watiti.
Watiti.
With titties.
Watiti didn't paint him blue like the character in the comics because
Oh.
of Goldblum's acting skills.
Oh,
So he
there you
didn't
go.
need to be blue.
And I think he's very different as well. Also, he's got to be brothers with the other guy, the collector.
He was great in it, by the way.
I really enjoyed him. But again, it's just Jeff Goldblum.
It's just
And there's
Goldblum.
nothing wrong with that, but, you know.
I want to see Goldblum in full black in the new Jurassic Park.
Yes.
I want to see him back.
In his Lost World gear.
Yes.
Oh, but he had it in the first one as well.
No leather jacket, just black pants, black shoes,
All right.
and an open black shirt.
Okay.
That's what I
So,
want to say.
not Lost World,
Not Lost
just
World,
Jurassic
just
Park.
Jurassic
Right,
Park.
okay. Valkyrie was fine. Felt like it needed a more powerful performance from the actress. Almost to channel her inner Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot.
I agree. I thought Gal Gadot absolutely
I'm
knocked
finished
the
it.
ball out of the park.
I'm
Sorry,
finished it, John.
sorry, mate.
She hadn't really seemed to get that across. Didn't see it here, just replaced by a couple of gags.
Right.
Alright? So they had the cliche of her, she's drinking, she's an
like,
alcoholic,
oh,
yeah,
she's
okay,
hard,
we get it.
She's. I don't want to say manly. She's not.
What's the
not manly.
word? Masculine. She
Trying
kind
to
of...
show masculinity by being an alcoholic. And
Yes,
wanting to hit people.
exactly.
Is that not a bad thing for males?
I don't know, I wasn't affected by it. You know what I mean? Which is
I
important.
think we're going into mind zone here. Like,
But you know what I mean?
Right.
Just
there was
when I look at Gal Gadot, I see power,
there was something
and
like
not
that.
because she's just
else
she's
was
trying
she?
to act like a man.
What else was she in?
The girl, I want to say Creed. I
Oh,
could
the one
become-
with the
she's the
hearing
yes,
problems.
who I think's a better character.
Good shout.
You know what I mean?
She's a good character in that. I know what you mean.
But just for me, it was like a bit forced, like her, because she's doing these typical cliche things. And I know it's an 80s film, or meant to be thematically, and it's meant to
like 70s, 80s film.
and it plays on the cliche.
Yeah.
That still doesn't change it from being a cliche.
Yeah.
All right. Got to admit, love that much more serious arc of Thor, literally becoming the embodiment of the God of Thunder.
Right.
So anytime it gets serious, and I know it was quickly rushed, Odin's death, but when it flicks back and he's like, it goes into that heartbeat mode where he's got to, you are the God of Thunder, harness your power, and it gets serious for a moment, and he gets lightning eyes.
Yeah.
I was full chub how, like that was really cool.
I thought it was really cool.
That I love in a film when you get that awakening.
He was just like flying about and just killing everyone.
Oh, so that was incredible for me. That's the best it got, because there
Right.
wasn't a joke to kind of break it. It's that feeling in a film where you get that awakening. I'll cite maybe Unbreakable when he stands outside the pool. That moment when
Superman.
he's become where he should. Superman when he steps out in his suit for the first time, where
I was going to say when he's
emotional.
the kid with a red cape.
More so
And
a
Hans
development.
Zimmer's playing in the background.
That's beautiful as well.
I'm sorry,
Very
I
emotional.
got to chub on there like.
But that awakening, the call to action, I am here, I'm fucking achieving what I should. It's been done so many times. It's literally, you can tell exactly where it is in the hero's journey. But it reacts to us, because as human beings, it's what you want to see.
Yeah, I get you.
You know, it's who you want to be. You want to achieve who you want to be in life. I just love that shit, right? Then,
So really what you're saying, Pete, is
I want to be Thor.
you want to be able to fly around shooting lightning bolts from my ass and fireballs from my eyes.
That's exactly what I want.
Braveheart reference.
Yes. Love Thor's new design.
Do you like
Much
it?
better than his original one.
With cut hair.
Cut hair.
He hasn't got the cut hair in the comics, though, has he?
He does now.
Does
Because
he?
you have to double market things. You have to.
So in the comics, does he look like Chris Hemsworth?
What happens in
No.
comic books? If you look back, the actor they get in for the film, the artists start drawn towards. So Garfield's Spider-Man during his time in the comics looked like Garfield.
Really?
Yeah, so they change to
Right,
look
so-
like the
okay.
actors, which is
Right.
quite interesting.
Right.
That's purely a marketing decision. I think it's stupid. I think you should keep them separate. So next point, music great. I don't know who did the score, but
He's an interesting point for you, Pete. Led Zeppelin.
Not that one.
Alright, I'll go on to that. Music's
Music's
really
that
good.
one.
Right?
You know, the
Or
80s
like
synth.
80s synth music.
I love it. I love it.
A point I was going to make about Led Zeppelin, Beat. You know that the main theme of the.
That might be the same song. I might not even know it.
I don't know. But anyway, Led Zeppelin's main theme that's played throughout, right?
Yes. What's the song?
They were notoriously against films using their music.
Just
This is a one-off.
just like Sabotage.
Yeah, this is a
Beastie
one-off.
Boys.
This is a one-off. Yeah, a little bit of trivia there for you. Move on.
What is the song called?
Ah!
That's it. That's never been used in a film before.
Come to the land of the ice and snow.
Really? That's unbelievable. Korg is a positive. Next point.
I know. Come on, we need to talk about Korg.
No, I'm saying that is the next. I'm saying that's
Alright.
the next point.
I'm just
Korg
going to
is,
brush over Korg.
no, Korg is a positive.
I mean, was he? Charlotte Copley's great in it.
Very good.
I'm sorry. I thought he was really, really funny. Really funny. Provided some great laughs. Especially when he said, we can build on these foundations, and the planet just fucking blows up. I think that was the best joke in the film, by the way.
That is a massive thing for me, and it's a great joke, but that is the destruction of their world.
I know, and
which
it's
is
just-
huge to
it's
break with a
huge
joke.
when he just
I guess
jokes
that's
about
Watiti.
And
And where taste differs.
when he's carrying on that dead body as well.
Oh, Meek.
Hi, Meek.
Oh, that's unreal. Yeah, I stepped on him. He's just dead. But oh no, he's alive. He's just woke up. Unreal.
Is he alive again?
Yes, he's a little bug
Oh, I
man
thought
who-
he was dead.
He's like a
He's
cockroach.
a slug, isn't he?
So, all these characters are based off. It's either World War Hulk or no Planet Hulk.
It's a mixture of Planet Hulk and Thor Ragnarok, isn't it?
Yes, correct. Which is a great one to put in. I like the idea. But Meek or whatever he's called he's mint in the comic. He shouts Meek, like you know them characters, aliens who can only say the name. So he's like Meek, and he just runs and kills people all over. He's got these spinning daggers, but in this he was kind of just quiet.
Yeah.
He played quite a softer role. And Korg is much more serious.
Really?
He's a really kind of sympathetic, slaved He's basically Gladiator.
Right.
And his people has been taken, destroyed, and he's the last remaining one, and he bands with Thor, and he's like, please get me out of here, I'll help you. And so it's quite funny. I don't know how the comic book world would react, because he's been taken and made a clown.
Like a comedy.
And he is great in it, but he's much more serious in the comics.
Right, okay, I get it.
So there you go. But great, positive, loved, well done with TT, you voiced him great, mate. Last point, Hulk fighting a big wolf. Positives all round, isn't it?
I mean, who doesn't want to see that?
Boil it down.
Is that one time then we'll let the CGI stuff slide, babe?
We will, because it's a big green monster fighting a dog. See how I use dog for you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I really... Did it happen or not? I can't remember.
Did it happen? It happened. You didn't dream
No.
it.
I want to see like the original Hulk, when he snaps the dog's neck. Like he kills
King
the dog.
Kong?
Oh, no, it's King Kong in it.
No, he does do that. The original Ang Lee's Hulk.
Ang Lee's Hulk does that.
Three weird dogs come out of me.
King Kong does it as well.
King Kong does it with a T-Rex.
Because if you're going to kill a T-Rex or
Do
you're
it
going
by
to kill
the
a
jaw,
dog,
definitely.
you're going to rip the head apart in two.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I think he does that, I don't know.
He definitely does. Or I think he just headlocks one into it.
Pete, what do you think of Carl Urban in it?
Carl Urban? Is it Irvin or Urban?
Urban?
No, it's Irvin.
It's not, it's Carl Urban.
It's Irvin.
Do you want a better fiver?
Oh, fuck. Yes. Irwing. So I'm going to say U-R-W-I-N-G.
It's Carl Urban.
It's not Urban.
You people here to witness that.
Right, I'm Googling it now. We're getting real-time reaction. Carl Irwin. That's not him.
Yes! Give me... Pay up.
Carl Urban. No, it is him.
I know it is.
He's an urban man.
He's an urban man, mate. He's a legend.
Well done, £5 your way. Handshake. Oh no, we'll do a high five because it works better for the podcast. There you go. Well, I want to say because he's a New Zealander, it's pronounced Irvin.
Right, get on with it. You've lost.
Right.
I loved how it's a mythical Marvel comic book world.
Yes.
But he's got two M16s.
And he's not only got M16s, he's got the ones which are in 1990 SWAT teams where they only have the caps.
Right.
It's the Vietnam M16s.
Yes, the standard
like
one.
That triangle, I don't know, real guard.
They're miraculous 200 bullet cartridge M16s.
Yeah, I love that.
That just don't run out.
Was he a good character though? Like, wasn't it was just like,
yeah,
here he is, we're just homaging.
Why is he... He's on that ship now as friends with Thor and that, because he...
No, he died. He got spiked, didn't he?
Ah, shit, yeah, he died, mate. So
he's fucking gone,
that's
mate.
my bad.
Yeah, he died, mate. He's gone.
He's gone. I liked him. I enjoyed him.
Okay. I like Urban and everything now.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
What about when they addressed the Infinity Gauntlet that was in the...
Oh, yeah.
Other thing?
It's a fake.
Aye.
Because there was two. But that doesn't make sense because it was a right
People
hand.
think that was a continuity error, and they just fixed it there.
But it doesn't matter because they're not the same hand. One's right hand, one's
There's
left.
not two, though. There's only one in the universe.
I know, but you could have one as a glove. If you look at Thanos, he's got two golden gloves, but one's got the Infinity Gauntlet gems in.
So,
correct?
Has Thanos now got the Gauntlet of all the gems?
Yes. No, Vision still has his in his forehead, and the Tesseract's still there. Correct?
Was the Tesseract...
Or did the Tesseract pull apart to have one inside it? No, Time Gem. Doctor Strange still has the Time Gem.
He hasn't got any of the gems, so the first...
He's got fuck all, to be fair.
Infinity War is going to be him getting the glove, or having the glove.
No, he'll get them all, like, I think.
And then Infinity War will be him getting all the gems.
Yeah.
End of the world
up.
shit.
Yeah.
Someone's going to die off the team.
Turning Wolverine into fucking sponge.
Someone's going to die off the team. And then the second film will be... come back.
Happy Days. Thor gets his hammer back.
The Return.
Spider-Man becomes fucking black. Miles Morales turns up. We'd love that.
So does Tom Hardy's Venom.
Tom Hardy becomes white in Anti-Venom.
Ooh,
that's a character.
Good shout, that. But they haven't got the rights for Venom, have they?
No.
So
and they never will.
It's a pipe dream.
Sony are just unbelievably bad at being a company.
Although they did give the rights of
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Do you know what I mean? So they might do that as well. Because it's money. Either way, it's money.
Marvel don't want to spend masses of money because they know Spider-Man's a surefire return.
Right.
They feel probably that they can't market Venom because he's an adult character. More so, he's a Revenger or some shit.
Is it going to be an 18 film? I'd like to see.
Yes, Venom. It will be.
I'd like to see Venom.
He eats people. I mean, it's got Tom Hardy. You don't cast Tom Hardy.
I've never seen Venom eat someone.
He eats people like 100%. He's called the Toxic Avenger. or something like
So
that.
he's one of the Avengers.
He's like an
In the
anti-hero,
comics.
but he really gans there. He'll eat bad guys.
Right.
Like, eat them.
Do you mean like eat them like a cannibal or like eat them whole?
Eat them. I don't know.
Like,
I
rip,
think
like bite them.
bite them up, aye.
Rip
Eat bones
the
as well.
neck.
I'm going bones, aye.
Rip the neck.
We never see it. That was
Right.
too much for comics at the time. He's got slivery, weird mouth, though.
Yeah.
I love the idea of a symbiote. I love the character Venom. I love him.
I do
I
as
think
well.
it's really cool. Even though he's a shit character, I just like him because of the TV
What do you
series.
think, Beat, of our favourite actor in the world, Idris Elba?
Idris Elba, he fairly Idris Elba it up, didn't he?
He did Idris
Isn't
Elba.
he just
it up,
Idris
mate.
Elba?
I
in it?
mean, he was just neutral, wasn't he?
He's just bang on every time. He's like, yeah, fine.
Six,
I'll-
7 out of 10, mate.
I'll give you 6 out of 10,
6 out of
5 out
10.
of 10.
6 out of 10.
Well done.
Anytime. So, go for it. I'm
And
trying to think
that's everything I have, mate. You got any more that
Them
wrap
just the
up?
points
There's
I'm
definitely
throwing.
more to cover, but yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
It was
we
a bus
discussed what
ride.
we
I had a
thought.
bus journey home from uni. I wrote all them then. So
The only thing that let us down a bit in the film beat was just the CGI, what we mentioned before.
right,
I think they used it when they didn't really have to,
okay.
and a lot of the time.
Final ratings in.
Final ratings, mate. You go first.
Ooh. Really enjoyed the film.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun. If I saw 4-3 and it wasn't made by Taika Waititi,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go see it because I didn't see 4-2. Because I don't think he's an interesting enough character by himself. I like Chris Hemsworth.
See the difference now when you know out as a director, how big it
Yes,
is to get them on board.
Exactly.
It's like having an actor. I reckon now, in
It's-
modern day film,
Yeah.
it's more important to get a big director than get a big actor playing the main role.
Ah,
Do you know
times
how,
are changing.
times are
You used to
changing
be able to
for
get
me,
Brad
yeah.
Pitt or
If you've got Brad Pitt,
slam him
on,
in.
if you've got Brad Pitt on the
He still kind of works.
on your film poster, people go and see it.
Yes.
That's still true. I'm not saying it's not, but I think a big thing's directors now as well.
Yes,
Mhm.
definitely. I think it always has been, but more so in that star kind of vein.
Yeah.
You're right. I really agree. So it's a lot of fun, but in my opinion, too much fun. It starts to clash.
Right.
It starts to degrade the serious times. I'm
Do you
looking,
not like to just take your brain out, enjoyable film beats sometimes?
Sometimes I need more from. I like comic book films that really. If you look at the Russo brothers' second Captain America, what is that?
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
Really good film.
Wow, like honestly, like serious little espionage
Mhm.
thriller, but in a comic book world with superpowers. Isn't that not the most fucking interesting thing
Yeah.
ever? Although it should be my favourite film if I'm making that point, but Iron Man is. So what does that say about it? But lot of fun, but again, too many times it goes serious. We're about to climax. It's going to be someone's about to die,
Yeah.
and then someone trips over in the background.
okay.
Oh, drop me sword! Just
Yeah.
too many times for us to take it seriously. The four who cried wolf. There you go. It's a
That's-
double joke because it's a wolf in a film, and you called it dog.
It's a good analogy, but I like
Thank
it.
you.
So what rating are you giving it?
What are our rating systems? I'll drink to that.
I'll drink that.
Even though it's, as much as I want to say Idris Elba because it's got him in it, it's better than that.
Right, okay.
Okay. So it was great. I had a good time.
Do we now need to tell everyone the rating system every time we do it?
No, we're in now.
We're in now, right. For me, Beat, I enjoyed the film. I don't think, like, some people come out and say it's the greatest Marvel film ever made.
Yes.
I don't think it is. I think it's like what you say. It's a little bit too comical for that.
Yeah.
It's a take your brain out, feel good film. I mean, obviously you get a bit the hammer guns and stuff like that.
A little bit, but it happened straight away.
Yeah, and there's not really much build up to it.
Oh, I think I missed a point. Can I get one more
Odin.
point in? One last point.
One last point in the middle of ratings.
I
'cause
missed
Beats
one now.
fucked one again.
The position in which the fight between Thor and Hulk came too early for me. Brainwashed by the adverts, but that was a big thing to look forward to. And once it came, I wondered how we would escalate from there. Again, I understand the story. Nothing. If that,
That is the
happened,
mi-
the story wouldn't progress. But
That is the main part of the of it, isn't it?
I'd think that would be a selling
I
point.
agree with you.
Like
I
a
think
Batman
the
v Superman.
Biggest part of the film should have been Thor versus the Hulk, but that could never happen.
Another
because
point
they're
as well.
friends,
The
I don't
guy who
know.
caused Ragnarok, the fire demon, was made a joke, a fool of straight away. You know, I can't. You can't do that.
Because we'll go back to my ratings.
Fuck, we'll go.
That's one of my points, Pete, that we've missed,
Yeah.
which I totally forgot to speak about. The big fire demon,
Yes. The linchpin.
Thor kills it easily,
Oh,
or gets it under control easily,
yeah.
and then all of his army of men as well. But then him versus the girl, Hela,
Yes.
is a total mismatch.
Uh huh.
She kills them all over and breaks the hammer.
Uh huh.
But then when she has to fight this fire demon,
Yep.
she's got no chance.
Again, he's scaled to the size of a mountain, and the closer he is to Asgard, the bigger he is power-wise.
Is that what it is?
But just from a viewer point, we've
For
already
me,
as viewers.
For me, who isn't a massive comic book fan,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, why can...
Because as a viewer, we've already identified with him being beaten by Thor and made fun of. Regardless if you can give a little plot point, we've seen him be a fool. We'll automatically associate with that character.
That chain joke at the start went on far too long as well.
Yes. Way too long.
Way too long.
I think that's, again, where TT kind of drags awkward humour out a bit, but it's just taste.
Yeah.
Subjective, mate.
So, like I say, Peter's going for this film and saying it's the best ever. It's not the best film ever. It's a good film.
I think it's a personal thing. If you really like that humour, you could stick with it.
It's a good film, Beat.
Yeah.
It's not going to win any awards.
Yeah.
It's well directed, funny,
fun,
80s nuances.
Yes.
Nice film.
Yeah.
Loki's fun in it.
Yeah, Loki's alright.
Loki's about.
Loki's about, mate.
Like what he normally does.
I'd much rather see him have a serious brotherly feud.
Yes.
Real tragedy.
Yeah.
Real betrayal rather than the betrayal then, he didn't really betray them all along.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now
it's where you have to set the character up for Infinity War. Don't you get the feeling that they're always to that script?
So is Loki a good guy now?
Yes.
Right, okay.
He's always a good guy, I guess.
I know, but like in the comics he's not.
No, he's definitely
He's
a
really
villain.
a villain.
Yeah, sometimes.
Um,
he's probably changed with the films.
Probably, right.
Anyway, final written for you. Sorry to completely interrupt you.
I'll drink to that as well.
Yes.
I think I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think it's the best film ever, like I've said, but I did enjoy it. I had a great time.
Okay.
I had a great time in the cinema, Beat.
Righty.
I had a great fun time.
Can I say...
And I've never seen you eat so much popcorn in my life.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Can I say me 2 jokes I was going to put in, but I forgot to?
You can be, yeah.
Thor Ragnarok and Foreskin. Or you can put them together. They're just anywhere.
You know what? I thought we were going to avoid any shit in this episode, but of course, it has to be brought up, Beat. A penis joke.
Come on.
Right, Peter, that's the final ratings. So, for Thor, I'll drink to that. And we'll go into some fan questions.
Fantastic.
It's cracked every phone episode. Pete, we missed a segment.
What?
Member of CRASSSSS, Razza, said a few weeks ago, why don't you put a segment in about which character out of the film you would like to have a pint with in the pub?
Of course.
Beat, in this film, which character would you like to have a pint with in the pub even though you don't drink?
Kate Blanchett. Is it just me?
In hella gear or out of hella
Is it
gear?
just me or is she unbelievably
She's
attractive?
smoking, I think it's the eyes.
It's just something to do with me, maybe.
How old is she, like 50?
She's driving me crazy, honestly.
Is she like 50 now?
I don't know how old she is,
She's
but
old,
she's the
like.
best thing I've ever
Right,
seen
okay.
in my life.
I would want
I'd
to
kill
go...
yourself for her.
Razza, I want to go for a pint with Korg.
Nice, of course.
One, because he just speaks in the South African accent. And two, he's just a nice guy, isn't he?
He is,
He'd definitely get the pints in.
You definitely would.
100% will get the pints in.
And he can kind of try and make a cork joke. Pop the cork. Terrible.
Do you want to take the cork out of this wine?
Dreadful, man. Dreadful.
Right, anyway, Razza, we're a little bit all over the shop here because I put 2 shouts out for like questions. So there's a load of middle stuff in between, so there might be people get 2 shouts, but we'll try and get through all of them.
Right.
Razza goes on, he says, who is the best fighter in the movie, do you think?
Best fighter in the movie?
Yeah.
Now, how's defining fighter? Like, literal skill, or who wins by just knocking the shit out of someone?
I'm just... who would win in a fight?
I mean, Valkyrie's pretty solid, isn't she?
Did Hulk beat Thor?
Hulk would have beaten Thor if he didn't get electrocuted.
He went in electric mode, didn't he?
Oh, you can't kill Thor. Sorry,
Why?
you can't kill the Hulk.
Yeah.
It's the Hulk.
It's got to be the Hulk.
You can't beat the Hulk.
Didn't he die by getting thrown into the sun or something like that?
The Hulk?
Yeah.
No.
I thought there was something like
I think he had the skin melted off his bones and he regenerated it back that quickly. He couldn't die.
What?
Aye.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Like his skeleton got blasted and he just regrew. The only way to kill him is Infinity Gauntlet. Turn him into sponge.
Really?
Change reality.
Change reality.
Or just, no, you could, as he has been killed. You have to kill Banner. Which you can't do anyway because if you kill Banner, he turns into the Hulk.
So there you go, Razza. The Hulk, because he can't be killed.
He pretty much can't be killed.
Next one, Razza's hit us with. Who has the best line in the film, do you think, B?
Kate Blanchett goes, "What were you the god of again?" It's not really a line, it's that moment. And he just drops down. I'm going to say, because it got us rock hard out, when Odin's whispering to him when he's trying to kind of get his power.
Right,
and he's
okay,
like,
cool.
"Remember your birthright," or something like that, or some shit. He's like, "You're the god of thunder." Be the embodiment of it, and he becomes it out. Honestly, I really love that moment. It was real good.
Beat as well.
Or Jeff Goldblum where he says, "Get the melty stick."
Get the
Where's
melty
the
stick. Unreal.
melty polypop? Lollipop?
Mine's got to be Korg at the end, what we mentioned.
Oh, right.
Just so he's like,
That's great foundations left.
we can still build on the foundations of this planet.
Boom!
Funny as fuck. Anyway, going on, Beat. As versus the world. As has hit us up. Regular listener of the podcast.
Legend.
FML. What a class movie. I enjoyed it. So did we, mate. But what is he going to do out his hammer? Little disappointed about the lack of reference to Guardians.
Oh,
That would be a perfect opportunity to introduce the Guardians.
Okay, yeah, of course.
I totally agree with him.
Reread us the question out. I feel like I've phased out there.
Right, he hit those lightning coming out of his ears and his eyes went white there. What's Thor going to do out his hammer? Basically. And why weren't the Guardians fucking in it?
The Guardians should have been in it, but the real reason is they couldn't pay Chris Pratt to do it.
Right,
Another film.
Or Dave Bautista, who's now the greatest actor in the world.
He was literally in every film possible.
He's literally turned into someone getting booed, getting called Blue Teaster,
right,
to being the greatest person in the world.
Okay. So without his hammer, I guess that's what the film answered. It was becoming the God of Thunder. Can he keep up that power now, though? Can he keep on becoming Electric Man? Because that is just power.
Probably not.
Also, I really like
So when
the
he's Electric Man, he
swords.
just bounces about and punches people.
I mean, that's cool. It's like he's playing Destiny or some
Anyway.
shit. I like his swords, though. I wish he kept his
Right.
swords.
Well,
They
you
were
tell you
really
what I
cool.
like as Slam Thunk, and that's what's coming in the next film. Goddamn Slam Thunk.
Nice.
I've got another question, B.
Yes.
We have to ask the age-old question. If you were an Avenger, who would you be?
If I was going to be an Avenger, anyone.
Any Avenger, B, who would you be? Can I go first?
Yes.
I would be...
Scotty Johansson, what are you going to
Black
say?
Widow.
Ah!
You know why?
Imagine you in that leather type. Why? Why?
I don't think I need to mention it on a podcast.
You wish you were her. Oh, it's your mind. I thought it was just you in the sweaty tight costume.
No.
As a man.
I'm her. And I'm not going to...
Oh my god. Woo.
I'm only joking. I would not do that. I sound like a sexist pig. I would be Scarlet Witch.
John, you're a sick man.
It's got to be the...
Absolutely.
the full...
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking hell, what a Friday sim. It's got to be the funk. The funk, that's it.
Oh my god.
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk.
Right, anyway, getting back to reality.
You're absolutely disgusting.
Sorry, I would be Gamora.
So disgusting now.
Alright, being hella.
Honestly. Who would I be? I would...
Natalie Portman.
I would be...
Martha Kent.
Jesus Christ, John. Who would I be? 100% Spider-Man. I've always
was
wanted.
gonna say that,
I've always wanted to be Spider-Man in my
I'd
life.
be Captain America because he's just the coolest fucking thing ever.
I've always wanted to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Is that not the coolest fucking thing ever? And imagine you get all the spider powers without the scary spider stuff. So you're not scuttly.
But what if you turned into a spider, which I hope we're going to do?
Oh, I'd kill myself. I'll go nuts.
You know when he sprouts he turns into a proper spider?
Yes, man spider.
Sick that, like, I don't like that.
Really crazy. I love it. I love that idea.
I don't like that thing that
Crazy
you
idea.
telling us about. You know that comic run they had when...
Oh, Tales of the Spider-Verse.
Aye.
Patton Parnell.
Patton Parnell. Bad
Weird.
stuff. Hey! Guess who's on the podcast now? At Bosk Bounty Hunter here.
Back again.
Hi, Bosk from Bristol. How does Hela hold up against other Marvel villains? Better than Loki? Kilgrave? Eccleston's elf thing?
Although I haven't seen the second one, I know exactly who's the Dark Elf.
Oh, great. I like it, Bosk. What do you reckon, Pete? We've discussed this.
We've already
You
discussed.
thought she was trash, really.
I didn't say trash, but
You find her attractive, but you want a male in a lead villain
correct,
role,
of course.
speaking
No.
in a German accent.
Yes. What I want is a bit more interesting development for a character.
Yeah.
Better characters is Marvel's biggest downfall. That and the lack of good music, which has been changed in this film. I like the fact that he brings up Kilgrave because he is possibly the best villain Marvel's had.
Kilgrave?
Kilgrave, do you know what that is?
No.
The Purple Man, so out of Jessica Jones' TV show.
I haven't seen Jessica Jones. I need to watch it.
Good, really good. Best part of it is David Tennant as Kilgrave.
Right. Does he
Incredible.
nail it? Like,
He nails it in every aspect. He's not purple.
If
though.
you made a joke that he has sex with,
No, well, maybe not with her.
don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling it as in he has sex with
Does
her.
he have a hammer and nails as his weapon?
He may, maybe not Jessica Jones, but he may solicit sex with people against their will. He's also bright purple.
He's bright purple.
Not in the TV show, but he's bright purple in the comic books, which
Oh,
I'm
right.
disappointed about.
Right, okay.
I think he's bright purple anyway. He's called the Purple Man, so he should be. What was the original question, Bosk?
What was the...
Kilgrave's great.
Who's the best villain?
Kilgrave, 100%.
And how does Hela hold up?
Hela was okay. I find her attractive. I can't think of anything else while I'm looking at her.
Right, okay.
Alright.
But we've got at NTFTT pod here. Great podcast, give them a listen.
Yes.
We've also joined the Loosely Connected network. The
Unbelievable.
lads have set up in America. We're now worldwide.
Why?
We're worldwide, beat. We've got black leather gloves. And we pour liquid paper onto bees.
And it died.
Anyway, we're now worldwide. Get on the looselyconnected.com. Check out the marvellous, wonderful, thought-provoking, beautiful podcasts that are on that website.
I thank you very much.
NTFTE pod has said, B, what kind of adventures would Thor and Loki go on if they were both high and hung out with Doctor Strange?
Alright. I've just got the picture of the Hulk swimming through space. And
Can the Hulk swim through space?
he can hold his breath for a long time, so
From
the
planet
Hulk-
to planet.
That's what I can see. I'm not saying it's happening, John, but we're
It
high,
sounds
alright?
great, it sounds great.
So I can see the Hulk leaping from planet to planet and just 4 on one bicep, riding him like a wheel. Like, you know, that cowboy, woo!
I've got
And then Doctor Strange on the other side, just on his bicep. And I've just got that image in my head.
Right.
So
okay,
they'd just be riding him like an actual aircraft through space. That's what would happen if they were high. And see how far they could go.
I like it. Cheers, NTFT pod. Beat Raz is back.
Razza!
Hella, smash or not?
Absolutely smash me hammer to pieces.
Smash me hammer to pieces, I like it. Boom. Live the dream. And Beat, that brings an end to fan questions.
Well done. We'll finish with David Wenham.
David Wenham. And that also brings an end to the podcast. People, give us a little follow on Twitter at Talking Crass.
Yes.
Give us a follow on SoundCloud. It's also a great platform to be able to speak to us and let us know what you thought of the episode. Bosk does it pretty well and pretty
Often.
The main crux of the matter is we need you to jump on iTunes. If you like our stuff, leave us that sweet 5-star review. That's what gets us up the ratings. That will get us more listeners. And that will make us millionaires.
Or don't.
Or if you hate it, leave a 1-star review, to you.
Main point of things. I think, again, we have to thank Bosk and the band The Black Dog, including Bing. They provide our intro.
Which is never getting changed, by the way.
Never getting changed. They provide constant support. Always asking us questions, always involved.
All the members of Crass do.
All members
and like
of
we've
Crass
said,
Ally.
when we get paid, by the way, we're going to shell out a few t-shirts.
Okay.
No, we're going to shell out a few t-shirts.
Also,
to the people who regularly help with the podcast, which will be As vs. the World, Razza, and Lord more, you know who you are. When we get paid, when we get our money in the bank, we're going to sort out some t-shirts for you.
Also, massive
Spread
thank
the
you to NTFTT Pod.
Yep.
Including us in your website. That's an incredible thing.
Love it. Great. And
Big
the
props.
The website's excellent. We would have a clue where to start.
Not at all. Much expertise. Much thanks.
Thank you very much, people. I hope you enjoyed that riveting dive into the Marvel Universe with me and Bede.
Yep.
Our next episode will be on The Warriors. It's a special as we haven't had a special episode for our 20th episode yet,
Right.
I think we just use an excuse to do a special beat. And if you haven't guessed, Beat and I are brothers, and our dad will be joining us for The Warriors, which is his favourite film.
What a reveal.
Oh, sorry people, Jeff Goldblum's just walked in.
Jeff fucking Goldblum, I didn't say one bad thing about you in this podcast.
Never.
What do you think of the podcast yourself? Have you listened to it? What do you think of it?
Yeah, what do you think, Jeff?
That is one big pile of shit.
Oh, that bad? What,
Jeff? Whoa. What you got there? It looks like a lollipop with a gold ball on the end.
Beat, what the hell is that?
It wouldn't be a device to melt us, would it?
No, Jeff, don't do it!
See, here I am now by myself, talking to myself. That's chaos theory.